Zac became paralysed after a rugby accident. Bedbound in hospital, he thought he might not walk again.
I tried to overdose a couple of times on my medication, which was obviously hard for my friends and family. I just didn't see any way out other than just putting an end to it, really. I woke up feeling like I didn't want to be there, and I went to sleep feeling like I was a pain for everyone.
Physically, he made a relatively quick recovery. He's now boxing and coaching young people who've had difficult lives for Empire Fighting Chance. And it's through the charity that he's set up the Salad Dodger Sevens, a rugby team for men to talk about mental health issues.
I was quite depressed last year, in a really bad place, and the guys on my team spotted it. They were like, "Tim, you're not yourself, like what's wrong? You can talk to us." And I had more people than I had in my entire life saying, "Look, we've noticed this and you're not right."
I was married for a while and that broke down. Even though I was 10 minutes away from all of my friends, all my family, I never picked the phone up. I never once bothered them because I felt I would be bothering them. I felt more lonely in that 6 months than I've ever felt in my whole life.
Amongst your best friends, it's hard to like say, "I'm upset." Like, I cried last night on my way home from work or something. You don't want to bother people with that as a guy, and it's a weird mental space that we need to get out of.
They're also trying to stamp out the macho culture.
People say, "Oh, it's only banter." It's always personal. It's always at someone else's expense. And the only person that's not laughing is the person it's about.
In contrast, the Salad Dodgers is a very supportive team.
I can open up to a lot of people, especially people I trust and care about, like a lot of the coaches here.
I can't speak highly enough of it. Generally, they brought me out of such a bad place, and to go from where I was to where I am now, I'm completely different.
While their summer season is almost over, they're continuing to spread support through social media. Pam Caulfield, BBC Midlands Today.
Well, Andy's Man Club was set up to give men somewhere to go to talk openly but confidentially with other men. It started in a rugby league club in Yorkshire in 2016. There are now 20 clubs across the country. Owen Iliff is a member of the Stafford Club and he joins me now. Good evening, Owen. Great to have you with us. So what led you to join this club, Andy's Man Club?
I was in a very dark place at the time. I made my own attempt on my life. I was struggling to come to terms with that, and I just came across a tweet on Twitter by Luke, the gentleman that set the club up, and it just struck a chord within me.
And can you remember the first time you went along to the club? Because that must have been, quite a tricky decision going to this place where presumably you didn't know anybody, did you?
Yeah, it was. It was strange because it was actually on the anniversary of my attempt, so in one respect, it was quite scary, but on the other respect, it just felt like I was shedding a lot of emotion.
So what has it done for you going along to this club?
It's just raised my positivity because we're like a brotherhood. We are. It's
sort of a bonding, really.
Yeah, bonding session, yeah.
And is there anything off limits? I mean, presumably you don't get into politics or anything like that?
Politics and religion and medication are strictly off limits.
And isn't it interesting that Zac started his club in a rugby union club and this is rugby league based? Do you think there's a bit of a connection there, or is it just coincidence?
Could well be, yeah. There's definitely a sports theme involved.
And why do you think it is, Owen, that some men, not all men, find it really hard to open up and talk openly about their feelings about their mental health?
It's just a male thing. Even with myself now, I still struggle. Yeah, it's definitely a male thing.
And you go to the one in Stafford, but you live in Birmingham, and you'd be really keen to start one of these clubs that's it's okay to talk, as it says on there, in Birmingham. So you'll need some support to do that, presumably.
Definitely, yeah.
So what are you looking for?
Like a venue where we could open up, that would ideally be donated to us free of charge, where we can make teas, coffees, where we can have biscuits, and where we can just seat men around and just chat. So somewhere ideally that is central.
Right, OK. Well, we do have quite a lot of viewers, and you have a great presence on social media, Andy's Man Club. So how should people go about and find out more?
If they contact Andy's Man Club at .co.uk, and they speak to the people concerned, yeah, and they'll be able to pass on more information.
They will find out more there. Well, do let us know how you get on, won't you? And thanks very much. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, so we appreciate your time.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks ever so much.
It's okay to talk.
Okay, cheers. Thanks,
Thank you.
Owen.